doing a long form post when it comes to YouTube and everything like that. But I decided it's like, because I always do minimal editing, I really don't put a lot of thought necessarily into trying to make all these perfect cuts and everything like that, because honestly, I really just don't have time for it. So that's why I don't do that. And I decided that instead of making maybe some long form, I'm trying to get my phone set up here for y'all, instead of like doing just more long form posts, what I can do is do a live and talk about my topic that I was going to talk about anyways when I post my long form. So what I'm going to talk about today is talking about cortisol, because cortisol is like it's a very popular topic. And when it comes to cortisol, you see this brought up a lot when people are saying, hey, it's like, if you're not losing weight, it's your cortisol and everything like that. But like, I'm here to tell you that cortisol really isn't the main issue for a lot of people. Now, could cortisol cause you to gain weight and not be able to lose the weight that you want? Yeah, it's like most of the time, it's like if that's the case, I would say people are going to have Cushing's syndrome, which is going to cause some of the weight gain. But if you're really going to understand why cortisol isn't making you gain weight, you really have to understand how the metabolism works. So I actually drew this not too long ago. I made a post about it on Instagram, but it'll work perfectly here. So what we have to understand is that we burn a certain amount of calories on a daily basis. So calories burned daily. Lots of times you'll see this titled TDEE, so total daily energy expenditure. So if you ever see TDEE, well, that just means how many calories are you actually burning on a daily basis. So there's really only 3 ways that you can burn calories. Some people will break it up into 4. I'm going to keep it simple and really keep it to 3. So you have your RMR, your resting metabolic rate. You might see this also as BMR, basal metabolic rate. So BMR, RMR, exactly the same thing. So how you're going to burn most of your calories on a daily basis is through your RMR, so your resting metabolic rate. That is literally going to help you burn your resting metabolic rate, you're going to burn 60 to 70% of your calories on a daily basis just through the calories that you burn at rest. So what dictates the amount of calories you can burn while you're at rest is primarily it's like how much muscle you got on your frame. Secondly, it's like, okay, are you male, female, hormones, age, all of that will dictate how many calories you can burn daily. So this is the first reason why most people will blame cortisol for not being able to lose weight, but for most people, this isn't true. It's like cortisol most of the time is not the thing that's causing you to lose weight. It's like most people, like let's say you weigh 200 pounds. You're a 200-pound person. It's like, well, if you take 10 times your body weight, it's like, again, if you're very close to being if you're about 20% body fat, it's like this is going to be accurate. If you're more, it's not going to be accurate. But if you take 10 times your body weight, well, that's going to get you pretty close to how many calories you burn on a daily basis. So like for me, I am 210 pounds, I'm 6'1", so I'm going to burn kind of around 2,100 calories. Like, could it be maybe more? Yeah. Could it be a little less? It's probably going to be a little bit less. It's like, because if you're thinking about how many calories you can burn at rest, it's going to be purely dictated off of the amount of muscle you have on your body. You got to remember that. So again, how you can burn calories on a daily basis is number 1, your resting metabolic rate. You'll see this also listed as BMR, basal metabolic rate. So that's where most of your calories are going to be burned. Next way you can burn calories throughout the day, you got your exercise. So you'll see people break this up into, I believe it's NEAT, and then also another form of exercise. I just put it as exercise, just as a total amount, because you're going to burn anywhere from 10 to 30% of your calories through your exercise. So if you're thinking about just the calories that you burn. It's like if you're like, for me, I always like bounce my legs up and down. So if you fidget or if you're walking like from your car into work or whatever it is, well, again, you're going to burn a certain amount of calories walking from your car to there. So that's kind of like that non-exercise thermogenesis, so to speak. Like it's not planned exercise. Now, so you'll burn calories there, and then obviously if you're doing workouts, maybe 5 to 7 days a week, or you're intentionally making sure you move your body, that's going to burn some more calories. So you got to remember, it's like your exercise, you're going to be able to burn or really vary the amount of calories you can burn there. But you got to remember, you can't outwork a bad diet. This is the big thing here. So again, most people really don't think about the amount of calories that they take in. So exercise. Then lastly, you got the thermic effect of food. Thermic effect of food is another way you can burn your calories. So when it comes to that, it's not going to be a lot. It's roughly going to be about 10% or so. So again, like you gotta, most people will blame cortisol for not being able to lose weight. But this is how you got to understand this. You got to understand this first. It's like you only burn so many calories on a daily basis, and you're not going to go necessarily beyond that. It's like, so there's usually a set amount. But most people, like, why they're actually, not able to lose the weight is because it's like, well, you're eating too much food. It's like, and you're actually, not tracking it. It's like, so if you're really wanting to know how, like, if your cortisol is too high and that's the main thing that's causing you not to lose weight, well, then you need to go to the doctor and get it tested. So it's like you can do this through, obviously, like they can do it through urine. You can do it through like a hair test, like to see where your cortisol actually is and see if it's actually elevated. Again, most of the time, most people's cortisol isn't going to be elevated. And cortisol, like what everybody has to understand too, it's like cortisol is just kind of demonized on the internet, to be completely honest, because people will be like, oh, you need to lower your cortisol. You need to eliminate your cortisol. It's like you don't want to eliminate your cortisol, because when it comes to cortisol, the big thing is, it's like, okay, well, cortisol, it's like when you wake up in the morning, it's like cortisol is naturally going to rise because it's going to start to break down some carbohydrates, like dump some glucose into your bloodstream to give you energy. So it's a good thing. So if you are working out or doing any form of activity, like if you, let's say you have a labor intensive job, well then, all right, it's like you're going to be using some of your cortisol. It's going to elevate, and then it's automatically going to mobilize some of that glucose to give you energy. So when it comes to this, it's like cortisol is not a bad thing. It's like you actually need cortisol to help out with the recovery process as well. Because let's say you have a cut or anything like that. It's like, well, if you have a cut, well, when it comes to cortisol, it's like it's going to automatically, it's like elevate, and it's going to cause more blood flow, and it's going to help out with just a little bit of the recovery process as well when it comes to whatever injury you're actually experiencing. So again, cortisol is not a bad thing. Now, if you keep it elevated, it is a bad thing. But again, cortisol is not the main reason that you can't lose weight. If, for those of you who are on here, if you're trying to actually lean out, it's like most of the time, it's like, again, it's not going to be the issue that you can't lose weight. Most people just don't understand, okay, how many calories you can burn, like how you actually burn calories throughout the day. And again, there's only 3 ways you burn calories. It's like you have your resting metabolic rate, then you also have your exercise, and then also thirdly, your thermic effect of food. So with this, it's like there's only so many ways you can burn calories. And most people, it's like, okay, if you go to eat out, let's say you're only burning 2,000 calories on a daily basis. It's like when you go out to eat, and if you're getting like a burger and some fries, and let's say maybe a milkshake, or even like a full diesel, Coca-Cola or Dr. Pepper or something like that. Okay, well, you're already going to go over probably that 2,000 calorie mark. So you're not going to really be able to lose weight if you're doing something like that. So again, cortisol isn't to blame when it comes to weight gain, you not being able to lose weight. It's like if you're trying to lose weight, again, like the main reason why it's like you're not able to lose weight is because, well, you're eating too much. It's like that's the biggest reason. And that's the biggest reason most people can't lose weight is that they just keep eating way too much food. There's also a lot of research on this. Most people, they will underestimate the amount of food that they eat and they'll overestimate the amount of exercise that they actually do. So again, it's like most of us, we can't accurately estimate how many calories we're actually taking in. This is why it's really important to make sure that you're tracking your food, you're measuring out like what you're eating. And again, like if you're going out to eat, you're not going to be able to necessarily do that. It's like sometimes you'll have to eyeball it. It's like, but if you're going to a fast food place, it's like you can definitely accurately track that for the most part. I've actually done multiple videos over the most popular fast food restaurants and showing, okay, what are the most healthy choices on the menu to grab? It's like everything from Chick-fil-A to Burger King to KFC to Taco Bell, even to McDonald's and places like that. So the real thing is as to why you can't lose weight. It's not cortisol. It's like most likely, it's like the only way you're going to be able to actually say cortisol is the issue is if you go get some testing done and they do the testing and they actually show you that yes, you do have elevated cortisol. It's like that's the main way you're going to be able to know. So if you see someone out there, and this is another reason why I want to do YouTube, is just because I want to put out free information for everybody so that you don't necessarily fall for some of the bull crap that's on the internet. So if you see someone out there saying, do this to lower your cortisol, this is why you can't lose weight, it's like you don't even need to listen to that. It's like the only way you absolutely know beyond the shadow of a doubt if your cortisol is elevated is if you go get testing done. And that's it. It's like outside of that, it's just pure guessing. It's like, now, could there be symptoms? It's like, yeah, there can be some symptoms. But here's the thing. The symptoms for high cortisol is like upper back fat, lower belly fat. You're tired. It's like Cushing syndrome. I think it's like usually there's like kind of a rounded typeness here in the neck. But again, if you are overweight and you're eating too much food, it's like, guess what you're going to have? You're going to have lower belly fat, upper back fat as well. It's like you're not going to be able to accurately tell based on that if your cortisol is high. So go get testing. So number one, most likely, if you're struggling to lose weight right now, cortisol is not the issue. It's like, that's the first thing. Second thing, if you really want to find out if cortisol is the issue as to why you can't gain weight, go to the doctor and get it tested. It's like, get some testing done to see, are your levels of cortisol high? If they're within range or even like ever so slightly elevated, guess what? It's like, that's not the issue. But third thing, like even for someone that does have elevated cortisol levels, it's like, you got to remember, it's like you still burn calories on a daily basis. It doesn't mean that you can't lose weight. It means that it just becomes harder. So the only way, you're not going to be able to lose weight whatsoever. Like if you're trying to get in better shape, like the only way you can't lose weight, and this sounds really bad, is if, well, you're not alive anymore. It's like, because if you're alive and breathing, it's like, okay, you have to burn calories. It's like to stay alive, like you are using energy to stay alive. So again, cortisol is not to blame for losing weight. Go get testing done if you want to be sure. Thirdly, you can still burn calories if you're alive. That's the other thing. Now, fourth thing, and this is just more of a mindset thing for all of you, is, okay, well, anytime you're facing anything that's tough in life, for example, let's say you're trying to lose weight and you're blaming cortisol for being the issue. So you're blaming something else besides yourself. Automatically, that's a mindset issue, because if you are giving power to something else, well, again, you're taking all the power away from yourself to make the decision to change. So the only way to take back power and actually start making the right change and moving in the right direction is take responsibility. If you're not where you want to be with a weight loss journey, it's like take ownership. Don't blame other things. It's like take some time and be like, okay, if I'm not where I want to be, it's my fault. And that's hard to do. It's hard for all of us to do because we automatically want to just point the finger at something else. But if you are taking ownership, it's like, and really figuring out what's going on, then you'll start to move in a good direction probably pretty quickly. So where I would start if you're trying to lose weight right now or just get in better shape, number one, just start moving. Keep it simple. 5 days a week, focus on getting 10,000 steps a day. Just start there. If you're not doing anything, just get 10,000 steps a day. If you're already working out, then I would say get some resistance training in 3 to 4 days a week. If you can do some walking on the other days, like 10K steps, that would be a great thing. But start moving. Number two, start tracking your food. It's like you got to start tracking your food. And this is something that not a lot of people want to do, but it's like you're going to be able to get the biggest return on your investment, so to speak, if you actually start tracking your food, because you're going to be able to start managing what you're taking in. And the beautiful thing about all these tracking apps now, it's like for me, I use the First Form app. So you can take a picture with things and like, is the AI going to get it exactly right with what you're eating? No, not necessarily. It's like, but it's going to be close. Like, but also you can scan food, you can weigh it out and then search it. It's like pretty much any fast food place that you go to is going to have whatever you're eating is going to be in the tracking app. It's like, so again, exercise, track your food. And then thirdly, I would really say make sure you're focusing on just drinking water. Aim to get 100 ounces a day. For me, water is always a struggle. I actually struggle to get 100 ounces a day. Fourth thing, make sure it's like you just hit calories and protein. Calories and protein, that's it. So if you want a quick calculation, which I'll give it to you on, and I made a video over this too, if you want a quick calculation on how to calculate calories so that you actually lose weight, so if you have less than 60 pounds to lose, all you're going to do is take 10 times your current body weight. So for me, I'm wanting to drop down to 205. So I'm like 210, 211 right now. So I would take 211 times 10. So that'd be 2,110 calories. So I know that if I hit those calories on a daily basis, I would be in a deficit and I would be moving in the right direction. So I would focus on hitting my overall protein, which again, if your protein super simple, aim to take in 1 gram of protein per pound of goal body weight. Very, very simple. So I would take in 205 grams of protein and then make sure I'm hitting 2,100 calories. That's the main thing I would focus on. So again, if you're looking to lose weight, cortisol is not the issue. Remember that. The only way that you're going to know you do have high cortisol is if you go get testing done. So if you see someone online that's saying you need to lower your cortisol, you got bad cortisol, that should be a red flag automatically. So that's what I have for y'all as far as, hey, cortisol is not the main issue that you have right now. But don't forget, like, comment, subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. If y'all need anything, feel free to ask questions. Like, you can comment on any of my videos, and I'll get back to you. And I'll set you up with macros, and I'll point you towards good workout plans and things like that. Whatever you need, let me know. But I will see y'all again next Sunday around the same time. I'm going to be doing this on a regular basis, so y'all can expect that. But have a good